So you ever been driving through a small town before and thought to yourself, what do these people do out here for work? I remember I used to do that years ago. I lived in the Chicago area. This video give you at least one idea of what it is we do for work out here. You have to be kind of industrious, a little bit self-starting a lot of times, but it's worth it. You get views like this. Get to live out here in the mountains. Today we're putting up this hot tub cover holder. Reason being is we have about, sometimes hurricane force level winds out here. What happens is this thing gets taken and goes for a ride. So join me today. I'm gonna go ahead and make this thing, get it installed. You get to see the whole process. I gotta cut a bunch of 45s. These are gonna get buried in the ground. And then cut all the pieces, weld it together. There we go. Nice 45 to weld together. Make a right angle.
Like a burning coin.
So I say this every time, but I'm not a certified professional welder. I can just stick some metal together and make it work. So as far as structural application for this thing, just needs to hold a hot tub cover. Gonna make it plenty strong for that. First thing, absolutely have to prepare this metal. If I don't prepare this metal, my welds turn out terrible. The prep work is half the battle I've found with welding. I've only been welding a couple of years as a hobbyist, done enough construction and carpentry that I can figure out how to put things together, stick the metal together. What I'm doing now, prepping the metal. So I put a little chamfer on the edge. What that does is cleans up the metal, at least to my understanding, cleans up the metal, gives it more surface area for the weld to bond together. Then you got a little divot you can fill in. One thing that's nice about working with metal is it can be a little more forgiving in that you can fill in where your cuts were bad and take off a little bit more, whereas wood, you gotta be a little more exact. Either way, both of them you gotta be pretty dead on. Looks like we are square on this corner. All right, well, getting this thing going. It's gonna rinse and repeat on this one. So we got all the frames welded up here. Now I just need to put them all together and have to dig some holes in a little bit here and get it done. And I don't know about you, but I'm digging my cowboy Canadian tuxedo look here. And if I have any Canadian viewers, I love you guys. Love Canada. It's a great place. I've always called it the Canadian tuxedo. I think it looks sharp. What do you guys think? Got to grind out a couple more pieces, prep those edges correctly, because I am I guess everyone is, but I am a particularly poor welder if I don't prep the edges. I upgraded from a 4.5 inch angle grinder to a 6-inch one. I like the variable speed and control. If you haven't noticed, I have the Metabo HTP, used to be Hitachi tool set, and I don't know, I guess there's a bunch of Metabo fanboys out there that they say, and I guess I'm one of them. I think they're pretty good. Alright, so we got this thing all welded up. Now we're just gonna get some paint on it. If you haven't used it before, I'm using this low gloss black Tractor Supply paint for tractors. Rust-Oleum. I've used it before, works really well. It's kind of made to go over anything that is really rust prone, really protects it well. And if you made it this far, I really do appreciate you watching. I genuinely try to get better with each video that I do. So if you could give me a grade, score A through F down below, that'd kind of let me know where I'm at. And if you really feel generous, give me a comment on something I do well and something I could improve on. I'd like to try better for next time. Thanks. Hey, and welcome back to Red Mountain Life, where we adventure, build, and explore. A while back, I did a video here welding up this hot tub cover holder. It seems a little overkill, but the clients I'm working for, they just kept having cover after cover getting broken at their vacation rental. So what I did is I welded up something that's not going to get broken. Today we're going to bury it, put it in the ground, and get it all set in place. If you saw the welding video, this is where I'm actually installing the thing. All right, let's get to it.
Porch light flicker on the siding, moths dancing like they know the tune. Porch light flicker on the siding, moths dancing like they know the tune. Every breath feels pyro, but tonight the world's in tune.
Well, it should be interesting moving this thing around by myself. I think we'll get it done.
Let's keep the time. Old chair home beneath me, brain boys, keep the time. If this sounding perfect, that's how I it's mine. Someone left the way.
Curl this thing around. Not what we'd call light duty, but that's what they needed, was something that was going to hold up. I think I delivered on that.
I couldn't ask for more.
Alright, so this is it. This is the hot tub. Just got to get this covered to be able to sit on top of that platform. Gonna dig out 3 holes here. It's gonna be probably, I don't know, my guess is 2 hours. 2 hours of digging, something like that. That's just kind of how it goes out here. It's such rocky dirt.
Yeah, the porch light burn uneven, keep the night from drifting away. If this ain't heaven, it'll do for today.
So I made this stand with the understanding that I was probably going to have to cut off some of the excess on the end to actually get it leveled out. So I'm going to put this thing in place. We'll see about where we're at. I'm going to have to cut off some of the feet, then get it nice and leveled out. We'll pour concrete, get it positioned, and let it set up. So I am going to put this little excess bit of patio pavers as like a footer in there. It's probably not a huge deal, but it'll just keep it from sinking down.
All this time, I've been holding on so tight, 'cause all that I do is easy to use. So call my time. Get you weren't really mine, just something to do. Thought I never knew. No surprise, but nevertheless, I'm still stuck in self-defense. No surprise, but nevertheless, I got
See if that worked. So this never happened to me on the first go, but I cut off the ends of the stand and it turned out level. This never happens to me first go, so something's probably wrong, but I'm pretty happy about it. Concrete, the trick I've found, at least, I'm no concrete expert, but I found the trick is to get the consistency you want, then make sure it's not too soupy, make sure it's not too hard. So I always like to say sort of the creamy mashed potatoes is about where I try to land my concrete. I don't always do it right, but I get pretty close. You gotta be careful because if you add too much too quick, it's real easy to make it way too soupy. Oh, I got too soupy. I mean, it'll still dry, but just embarrassing. It's very embarrassing. Oh, wait, nope. Nope, I'm getting close. Maybe a little too soup. Oh, now we're gonna be good. Well, that's it for today. I'm gonna just let this set up overnight. It's already mostly hardened at this point. Still stayed nice and level, or level as they say. I'm gonna come back tomorrow, kind of clean it all up here, take the supports out. It should be all good. Move this dirt a little bit and should be able to use it. Throw it back out here again today. The concrete's all dried up, and right now, gotta get that dirt out of here. Get the wheelbarrow. Had to bring my wheelbarrow over. It doesn't fit in this short shell. Brought the big scoop shovel. Check out our concrete here. Still nice and level there. Make sure it is the other way too. Perfect.
So my goal with this channel has always been to be as transparent as possible and make videos about our life in the mountains and give people an idea of what that looks like on a day-to-day basis. Whether that's adventures, or whether that's building projects, or exploring around the world, or in our own home state. If you wouldn't mind subscribing, that would be awesome. We'd love to have you. If that's not your thing though, no worries. We appreciate you watching.
So if you've never used a ratchet strap before, I realize there are people out there that haven't. So what you do is you pull down this little metal thing here with the spring. You lift up for when it's tight, and then that loosens it. What you'll do is just unclip, put this down here, and then this one's hanging loose. Then we can slide this cover on top, clip it all back into place. Now, I suppose it's fairly self-explanatory how this all works if you've used a ratchet strap before, but if you haven't, remember, we go up and down to loosen this thing. You do not unclip this knot of ropes up here. I have that in there for a reason. You bring this over the top. All you gotta do is clip this into here. If you wanna make it tighter, all you do is use this thing like a little lever. And you don't want to crank on it, just get it snug. Then again, to release it, lift up and it releases and you can pull down. All right, that's about it for our hot tub cover holder. Way over engineered and a little stronger than it needs to be, but like we said, get hurricane force winds out here. So if you like building projects, adventure in the outdoors, and exploring kind of the world around us, follow at Red Mountain Life. My name's Jordan. We appreciate it. Thanks.